Hello, Cancer, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be 11 relationships reading for February, the end of February 2023, looking at you and the person that you are connected to that you are needing to learn from at this time. We're looking at all three sides of this connection. So we've got your energy toward the connection, their energy toward the connection, and the energy in between the connection here in the middle. The concept is that there are three sides to every story. So looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and then this higher level unbiased truth here in the middle. I do encourage you to think outside the box when it comes to these readings, because this might not just be romantic. It could be talking about friends, family members, coworkers, whoever it is that you are feeling reactive to at this time and ultimately needing to learn from at this time. Though I do feel like this one's probably, it's probably either a friendship or a romantic one, because it does, the overall energy is past life and soulmate, which we'll get to in a second. But Cancer, on your side of this connection, you have don't let pride get in your way with know thyself. I don't want to jump to any conclusions about what this means. I feel like, I want to pull some tarot here, because I feel like this is knowing yourself so deeply that you don't let your ego try to push away what might be good for you. But it also could be don't let your ego try to make something work that isn't good for you. Like, I feel like it could go either way, and I don't really want to, like I said, jump to conclusions so early on. The energy I feel is kind of wishy-washy, like uncertain. Not that you're wishy-washy by any means, just like uncertainty. Like wishy-washy meaning it could go one way, it could go another. This person is be bold and make the first move with forgiveness. They want forgiveness from you for some reason. And I feel like this is about them needing to take action in order for that to be the case. In between this connection, you have what do you need to release and emptiness. So there's something in this connection that needs to be released, because this emptiness card, it's not that there's emptiness in the connection. This is talking about needing to create space. So there's something that's taking up space in this connection. And I feel like when you're able to create space in connections, you're able to see things clearly and move forward in a positive way. But like I said, the overall energy is past life and soulmate. So this is a pretty strong connection here. I'm not exactly sure what this is going to eventually, like how this is all going to come together, because I feel like there's a lot going on in this connection ultimately. But let's see. This is going to be starting with Cancer's side of this connection, looking at don't let pride get in your way with know thyself. Let's get clarity on that message. Clarity on don't let pride get in your way with know thyself. Maybe don't let pride get in your way from forgiving this person. This is Cancer's side of this connection. Because this person's energy, it feels good. It doesn't feel toxic necessarily, but we'll see. Okay, well, I say that, and then first thing that comes out is there was some deception that was revealed. And I feel like with the High Priestess here, you kind of knew there was something going on. But I also, again, I don't feel like this person is super vindictive. I feel like they messed up, but I don't feel like it was anything that can't come to a resolution. I don't know yet, though. We'll see. Because I don't feel, this person doesn't feel like they're coming from a place of pride. Like they messed up and they're just kind of standing, like doubling down on it by being like, yeah, I messed up. Like, what's it to you? Like, I feel like they really do want forgiveness here. Okay, this is Cancer's side of this connection. Cancer side of this connection, please. Okay, it's funny because the World card is on the bottom of the deck. This is that whatever situation is happening is helping complete some sort of a cycle. I want clarity on this cycle. Because you have the World and the Judgment. Clarity on this cycle, please. Clarity on the World card. I feel like whatever conflict you're experiencing in this connection is common conflict for you, meaning you've experienced this in other connections. And this, you have the opportunity here to complete this cycle so that you don't have to experience this specific kind of conflict anymore. But I feel like that's going to come with some sort of forgiveness here. Like there's going to have to be forgiveness of a situation. Now, it doesn't mean that you need to, if you don't want to come together with this person, then it doesn't mean you have to do that by any means. But forgiveness is, forgiveness is an act of self-care. It's releasing yourself from the shackles of allowing somebody else to have control over your emotions. And you don't need someone to apologize to forgive them. But I do feel like this person wants forgiveness, and I honestly feel like they're willing to do what it takes to gain your forgiveness. But let's see. This is Cancer's side of this connection, please. Could be dealing with an earth sign. You don't have to be. Sometimes this happens. I mean, the way that I would usually read this card, I'm feeling pulled. Like there's some sort of word here that I'm needing to see. Irritable, hasty, annoying, doubt. I feel like irritable. Maybe you've been more irritable toward this person than usual. Yeah, like there's like some resentment, irritable. That's the word. There's some resentment that's built up here. And maybe that's your pride getting in the way. I've kind of made this pact, and my boyfriend actually doesn't know this. But I've made this pact with him, or with myself, I mean, when it comes to him, where if at any moment I start getting like overly irritable or overly like nitpicky, instead of pulling away from him and allowing that like side of myself to kind of come out, where it feels like I'm taking him for granted, like I'm not focusing on the ways that he makes my life better, I've learned to start asking for closeness. So asking for a hug, or asking for him to go on a walk with me, or whatever the case is, so that I don't allow that irritability to get in the way of things. Now, I also feel like this has like specifically for this situation, this has a little bit of resentment-esque energy related to it, meaning that this person might have done something, but usually when that's the case, there's more that needs to be addressed than just the situation, than just the resentment. So let me actually get more on this Page of Swords in reverse. You might feel like annoyed by this person. Clarifying the Page of Swords in reverse. Just irritable, like irritated by them. Yeah, okay. And this card means the tendency to take something for granted. The need to lean into gratitude. In the book The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, she talks about, or not her necessarily, because there's many different authors in that book and speakers, but the book alludes to relationships in particular. And when you're in a relationship, if you focus on things that your partner does that annoys you, that frustrates you, that irritates you, you will actually find yourself seeing more of those things in the relationship. But the more that you can focus on the things that you like about your partner, the gratitude you have, the more that you can allow yourself to attract more of those things into the relationship. But I do feel like there's something this person's done that's caused you. Let me get more for Cancer's side of this connection. I don't see like betrayal necessarily. Like it doesn't feel like anything like that. Cancer's side of this connection. Something they did really triggered you though. It triggered your security about the relationship. Let me clarify this Knight of Cups in reverse. Clarifying the Knight of Cups, it triggered how secure you feel the relationship is, the connection is. Knight of Cups in reverse. It kind of like it. So Seven of Cups in reverse and the Magician in reverse. It overwhelmed you, emotionally, because I feel like you're still dealing with like the emotional impacts of whatever happened. And if you're wanting this to come together in a healthy way, there's a need to see through your pride and figure out how to make it come together. Because again, you have this what do you need to release with emptiness. So there's something that needs to be released that's kind of blocking the connection. This is Cancer side of this connection. Because this is completing a cycle. You have the Three of Swords here. Two of Pentacles in reverse with the Three of Swords. I want more on this message first. Two of the Pentacles. Is this in reverse? Yeah, that is in reverse. Okay, so Three of Swords in reverse. There it is. Okay, then you have the Eight of Pentacles. So this is the lack of forgiveness on your side is causing an imbalance in this connection. It's almost like you feel this person has to work for your forgiveness. And honestly, I feel like they have been. Because this is a soulmate connection. Now, soulmate connection, we have many soulmate connections, right? That doesn't mean that this is the person you have to be with by any means. But I do feel like you want to be with them. But right now, there's this blockage. And I feel like it's the forgiveness, the lack of forgiveness here. Yeah. Because I feel like there have been a lot of signs and messages the universe is trying to send you about how to make this connection like healthy again, or like how to make it come together again. There's the Seven of Cups. What is this trigger? I want to know where this trigger stems from. Because this Page of Cups and Page of Swords and then Knight of Cups, it's a lot of like juvenile energy. Now, I'm not saying you are being juvenile, but I'm wondering if it's triggering some sort of past conflict. Clarifying the Knight of Cups in reverse. I mean, it's ultimately triggering your confidence about these kinds of connections. Like, I feel like maybe things felt really secure and then they did something or like were a little bit deceptive. But it doesn't feel like it was anything like, okay, I'm gonna clarify this Seven of Swords in reverse. It doesn't feel like it was anything that was like, that's not fixable. Seven of Swords in reverse. Oh, there is the Ten of Swords. Holy, okay. So there was betrayal. And I guess that's kind of where it's like your choice. You can choose to forgive and move forward in a way that, forgive and move forward and kind of allow the connection to rebuild, or you have the choice to walk away. Either way, I recommend forgiving, because I feel like if you don't forgive, then you're going to be carrying around the burden of this for a while. Because there was betrayal here, deception, betrayal, and it kind of feels like it's up to you. Let me see though. Let's dive into more. I want to know. No, I don't. I want to know what this Page of Swords and Page of Cups are saying together. Like, it feels like you're receiving messages about this person. Page of Swords in reverse. There's the burden. The Ten of Wands in reverse. I feel like the universe is trying to tell you that if you could forgive, if you can find it in your heart to forgive this person, that this connection can move forward in a healthy way. But I feel like I feel like this is ultimately, it's ultimately up to you. Let's see what this person's doing. Let's see what their energy, because again, I don't get negative energy toward them. I was actually kind of shocked to see that deception or the betrayal. Now, you might also have been, like, it might have been very uncharacteristic for this person. This is the person that Cancer is dealing with, energy toward Cancer. The person that Cancer is dealing with, energy toward Cancer. The person that Cancer is dealing with, energy toward Cancer, please. They are praying that you don't walk away from them. I mean, I don't know if they're actually praying, but they do not want you to walk away from them. I do feel like this person is willing to do what it takes to be forgiven. But I also feel like maybe they don't necessarily know what that is. Or maybe they don't even know if you're going to be receptive to it. And that's kind of holding them back here. But the Eight of Cups in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Empress in reverse. They don't want this to end. They do not want you to walk away from them. Yeah, they're feeling this. There's the Three of Swords. I haven't seen the Five of Cups yet, like the regret. This person's energy toward Cancer, please. I mean, I feel like there's regret. That kind of goes without saying. There could have been a third party. I'm not saying there was. You already know about it if there was. This is not new information. And third party, it doesn't just have to be a person. It can be alcohol, drugs. I mean, whatever they tend to indulge in. There was something that they invested in outside of this connection that you found out about. You already know, though. This is not this. If there is something you are unaware of, then this isn't your reading. This person's energy toward Cancer. And they ultimately want things to come together. I feel like they know that they're not going to just like go back to how they were, but I feel like they're willing to work through it with you. Yeah, the High Priestess. Okay, hang on. I want clarity on this High Priestess because then the Ace of Wands in reverse on the bottom here. Clarification on this High Priestess card. I mean, yeah. Oh, okay. They're overthinking a lot. I mean, they're doing a lot of overthinking here. See, but here's the thing. I feel like they're either being really vulnerable with you or they're willing to be really vulnerable with you. Like they're willing to do what they need to do. And I feel like that with the don't let pride get in your way, like you've got to be open to that, right? In order for them to be able to do that. Doesn't mean you're not allowed to be angry, but don't let your anger, and this is if you wanted to come back together. I mean, you never have to forgive this person to their face if you don't want to. But it does kind of feel like it's your choice. This person's energy toward Cancer. Ace of Cups with the Nine of Cups in reverse. There's that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I mean, they feel like they're having to face their karma. Like the way, like it's almost like the way they feel right now is a way that they never really want to feel again. Like they really do feel the remorse from this. You know, one thing I've learned to like kind of realize is that everybody deserves a second chance. But it's the third, fourth, fifth, sixth one. That's when you start getting yourself into trouble. And I kind of went through a situation with a close personal relationship, and they messed up for the first time ever. Hadn't really ever done that before. They messed up, and it was like keeping secrets, being a little shady, but nothing, nothing terrible. A little bit of lying, deception, things like that. And I asked my therapist, I was like, in giving them a second chance, am I choosing, or am I doing myself a disservice? That was the way I worded it. And she said, if this was the third, fourth, fifth, sixth time that you would come to me with this problem, she was like, then yes. But if this is the first time something like this has happened, and it was very out of character for them, and they're willing to do what it takes to kind of heal and move forward, and they're willing to work for your forgiveness, then know that it's not a disservice to yourself, especially if you want to keep this person in your life. But if you just don't feel like you want to, then, or if this is like, if you're tired of this happening, like if this is like, this has happened several times, then like, yeah, girl, like you gotta move on. I said, yeah, girl, but this is for any gender. All right. This person's energy toward Cancer. There's the Page of Cups. What is this Page of Cups saying? I'm honestly very confused by this Page of Cups. I want to see if the clarity on this Page of Cups coming from here is any more. Clarity on this Page of Cups. Oh, I think I kind of see. Because in both of these, so in the Page of Cups, they're holding this like fish. I want to make sure that I'm on the right track here. And I was really drawn to the fish in this one. It's different artwork, but still the same thing. Okay. Then there's the Ten of Pentacles in reverse with the Knight of Swords. So it feels like this person wants, like they're reaching out here. They want to give you this cup. They want to give you this whatever it is that you deserve. But with the fish in the cup, it's like if you're looking for like, they don't really know how to do it. And I feel like it's like you're like, what do I do with a fish? Like, thanks for the effort, but that doesn't really help anything. Kind of energy. Yeah. And so I feel like you feel like maybe this person isn't trying, but I feel like they are. Just maybe not in the way that you ultimately want them to or would like them to. Now, that's maybe where there's this need for communication. That's what this Page of Swords in reverse is kind of saying. I mean, it's saying everything that I would. Like, it's almost like you're irritated by their effort to get them to forgive you, but you're not communicating what it is that you're ultimately needing from them. This has got to be, it's not a you versus, it can't be if you want this to be a healthy connection, it can't be a you versus them kind of situation. This has got to be you guys are on the same team and want to, make this work together. That fish is funny. It's like, what do I do with a fish? Thank you, I guess. But like, that doesn't help. It doesn't help the situation. It's like I think of, and this person, like, they feel innocent. Because I think of like, I don't know if you've ever seen Marvel, but Baby Groot in one of the movies, it's like, they're like, go hand me this. And he just brings back random objects. And they're like, no, that's the wrong thing. And that's what I feel like. It's like, you're like, go get me a wrench. And they bring you a fish. And they're like, here's your wrench. Like, I just feel like they're really trying, but they're kind of at a loss as to how to get you to forgive them. And I feel like they're not going to try forever. you know, they will eventually get tired of feeling like their effort isn't worthwhile. And that's why there's this need to, you know, don't let your pride get in your way, and open, if you want this person in your life, open your heart up to forgiveness. Open your heart up to moving forward in this together. But again, you don't have to, like, I say this, obviously this person is innocent based on what they did for you, like to you. But I also feel like there's more to why they did what they did than the betrayal itself. They, like, it doesn't feel like they were betraying you intentionally, even though what they did makes it seem that way. This person's energy toward Cancer. This is why. See, they have limiting beliefs about what's possible for them and love and relationships. And so they probably tend to, their first instinct maybe is to sabotage relationships. Yeah, because there's that Ten of Swords. So that's where that came from. It's almost like but they don't want to sabotage, but they don't know how not to. Now, that's not your burden to bear. And that's where it comes to, like, it's your choice. It is up to you. It's up to you whether or not you want to move forward with this or not. All right, Cancer, we're going to hop on over to the extended. In between, you have what do you need to release with emptiness? So what do you need to release to create space in this connection to kind of move forward in a healthy way? I think we kind of covered that, but we'll get kind of this unbiased higher level truth here, and pull an advice card for you at the end. Any information on that or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Thank you guys as always for the support of my channel. I hope that this reading helped and resonated in a way that you are looking for today. And I do wish you absolutely nothing but love and healing on your journey. Bye, Cancer.